Could I have all the children up here with me? And let's see, I'm going to sneak right over here because Miss Sarah is going to help me out a little bit. Are you up for that? Okay. Well, you're going to hold this in just a minute, okay? So, what would you think if I told you, oh, careful, Mason, don't touch that. Okay, see, it's on, yeah. It's lit, you know what I meant. Okay. What would you think if I told you I saw a cow leap over the moon? Would you believe me? No? Well, what if you saw it yourself? Would you believe it then? Yeah. Yes, okay. And let's see. What would you say if I told you that I could lift a great big elephant up with my right hand way up into the sky? Would you believe me? No. What if you saw it yourself? Would you believe me then? Yeah. Okay, let me see. What other one? What would you think if I told you I could change the color of paper? Would you believe me?
Yes.
Well, you're right. Watch this. You're going to see, okay? Here is a piece of purple paper, but watch. What's it doing? It's changing colors, isn't it? It's turning pink. Can you see that? Isn't that neat? That's probably what does it. The heat changes it. But you saw me do it, didn't you? So you can believe me, right? Okay. Now, here's a very important Bible story to tell you, okay? It was the evening of the day Jesus rose from the dead, and some of the disciples were in a locked room. You see, they were worried because the people who crucified Jesus might be after them. So they were in this room that was locked, when all of a sudden, Jesus appeared to them. They were just so happy, but they just couldn't believe it. So Jesus showed them the wounds in his hands and on his side. Well, a few days later, the disciples saw one of the other disciples, Thomas, and they said, "Thomas, Jesus has risen from the dead. He's alive." And guess what Thomas said? "I don't believe you. I don't see it. I don't believe it." A few nights later, Thomas was with the disciples in the locked room again, when all of a sudden, Jesus appeared. And Jesus showed the wounds in his hand and on his side. And then Thomas knew that he was the Son of God. He told Thomas, "Stop doubting and believe." And that's something we all should do, is stop doubting and believe. We all have doubts from time to time. When we're feeling a little down and blue, we can have doubts. That's normal. But remember what Jesus tells us. Stop doubting and believe. Thanks for being up here with me today. You can go off to Sunday school.